ऑनलाइन स्टडी on criminal procedure code. Let us discuss the provisions of section 24 of the CRPC for appointment of public prosecutor. Before going through this section, you should remember that public prosecutor and additional public prosecutor, they work in the court of session judge, additional session judge, and assistant session judge. But the assistant public prosecutor, they are usually work in the court of magistrates. So, section 24 provides what for every high court, the central government or the state government, either central government or the state government, shall, after consultation of the high court, appoint a public prosecutor and may also appoint one or more additional public prosecutor for conducting in such court. Such court means that high court, any prosecution, appeal, or other proceeding on behalf of the central government or state government as the case may be. You are aware that in some states there are law officers appointment rules. In the state of Odisha there is also law officers appointment rules. What are those? Those officers are sometimes appointed as standing counsel, additional standing counsel, government advocate, additional government advocate to conduct cases before the Honorable High Court. But here section 24 what provides? It gives power to the central government or the state government to appoint one or more, one public prosecutor or one or more additional public prosecutor to conduct cases. What type of conducts? To conduct public prosecutor is also appointed for conducting cases before the High Court, criminal cases, only confined criminal cases, any prosecution, appeal or other proceeding on behalf of the government, that is either on behalf of the, if the central government appoint a public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor, such public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor will conduct criminal cases, particularly conduct criminal cases, prosecution, appeal, etc., other proceeding in connection with criminal matters before the Honorable High Court. Similarly, if the state government has appointed somebody as a public prosecutor or some additional public prosecutor for the High Court, then such public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor will conduct that this prosecution, appeal and other proceedings before the Honorable High Court. Now the central government, the subsection 2 provides, the central government may appoint one or more public prosecutor for the purpose of conducting any case or class of cases in any district or local area. There, again, subsection 2 provides, the central government may appoint either one or more public prosecutor, for the purpose of conducting any case or a class of cases in a district, that is before the court of session judge, either in a district or in any local area. That is, beside that we find special public prosecutor. Who is a special public prosecutor? Under certain laws, other laws, special public prosecutor are appointed. Say for example, that under the Prevention of Corruption Act, a special public prosecutor is appointed. So for example, if it is the matter relating the prosecuting cases of central government, special public prosecutor is to be appointed by the special central government. So here that is not special public prosecutor, but what it provides subsection 2, the central government may appoint one or more public prosecutor to conduct what? May also appoint one or more prosecutor, but conducting any case, even for a particular case, conducting any case or class of cases, a particular class of cases in any district or local area. Third is that for every district, the state government shall appoint a public prosecutor and may also appoint one or more additional public prosecutor for the district. So here, under subsection 2, the central government may appoint a public prosecutor to conduct a particular case, a particular class of cases in any district or in any local area. But subsection 3 provides the state government may appoint public prosecutor and may also appoint one or more additional public prosecutor for the district. So now we are clear. So far High Court is concerned, central government and state government may appoint public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor for conducting cases, appeal, proceeding before the Honorable High Court. Now, the subsection 2 says that the central government may appoint a public prosecutor, but for conducting a particular case or a particular class of case, is one case of class, particular class of cases means one cases are for a particular committing a particular offense. Suppose say for narcotic drugs cases, that is class of cases. Central government may appoint public prosecutor. But this subsection 3 says state government will appoint public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor for conducting cases in the district. Provided that the public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor appointed for one district, that is state government appoints public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor for a district. So provide a provision there. If the state government has appointed public prosecutor or additional prosecutor to conduct cases in a particular district, he may be appointed also to be public prosecutor or additional prosecutor as the case may for another district. Suppose a public prosecutor has been appointed for the district of Cuttack. Then that public prosecutor may be appointed to conduct cases in the district of Khordha for another district. Now, what is the required qualification for appointment of a public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor? You should remember that district magistrate will prepare the panel. Who is district magistrate? That is usual collector. He prepares the panel in consultation with the session judge. In consultation with the session judge, he prepares a panel for appointment of the lawyers or advocates as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor. That advocate must have at least 7 years experience as a bar advocate. So minimum experience for this bar experience is 7 years for appointment of public prosecutor and additional public prosecutor. And district magistrate will prepare a panel in consultation with the High Court. That is not served in consultation with the session judge of the district, because public prosecutor are appointed for the district. So that panel is prepared, and out of that panel, persons are appointed as public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor. This subsection 4 states the district magistrate shall, in consultation with the session judge, prepare a panel of names of persons who are in his opinion fit to be appointed as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor for the district. Because state governments appoint public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor for the district. So here, who knows what is whether a competency of the particular advocate for appointment as a public prosecutor, that is known to the district magistrate. District magistrate in consultation with the session judge, because session judge will give also some opinion in the matter. In consultation with the session judge, will prepare a panel of names of the advocates who will be appointed as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor in his district. Now subsection 5 says, no person shall be appointed by the state government as the public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor for the district unless his name appears in the panel of names prepared by the district magistrate under subsection 4. Unless the name of such advocate appears in the panel prepared by the district magistrate in consultation with the session judge for appointment of public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor, then that person cannot be appointed as such public prosecutor. So that's subsection 5 says, no person shall be appointed by the state government as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor unless his name appears in the panel prepared by the district magistrate in consultation with the session judge for appointment as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor. Now, there is an exception. What is that exception? When there is a regular cadre of the public prosecutors, prosecuting officers, this exception is there. This provision, as per section 5, will not be applicable. That means that the restriction for appointing a person as public prosecutor and additional public prosecutor, unless his name appears in the panel, that is not applicable to the regular cadres of the public prosecutor, assistant public prosecutor, public prosecutor. What is? Notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 5, where in a state there exists a regular cadre of prosecuting officers. If in a particular state there exists a regular cadre of prosecuting officers. In the state of Odisha, in a very late, this cadre was created, and now APP appointments are there as per the cadre, that is regular cadre of the prosecuting officer. The state government shall appoint a public prosecutor or an additional prosecutor only from among the person constituting such cadre. So, if a regular cadre is there in a particular state, what type of regular cadre? Regular cadre of prosecuting officer. If there exists a regular cadre of prosecuting officers in a particular state, then the state government will appoint public prosecutor and additional public prosecutor only from that cadre. Only from that cadre. It is very important. Again, there is a relaxation in the rule, in this provision, in the rule. Suppose a suitable person is not available for appointment as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor in the cadre, the state government may appoint any other person. What it says? Provided that where in the opinion of the state government no suitable person is available in such cadre for such appointment, that government may appoint a person as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor, as the case may be, from the panel of names prepared by the district magistrate for appointment as public prosecutor or additional prosecutor as per subsection 4 of section 24. Now, what is regular cadre? It has been explained that by explanation, what he says, explanation for the purpose of this subsection, regular cadre of prosecuting officer means a cadre of prosecuting officer which includes therein the post of public prosecutor. Regular cadre means a cadre of a prosecuting officer that includes also the post of public prosecutor by whatever name called. In different states there may be different name prosecuting officer, and which provide for promotion of assistant public prosecutor by whatever name called to that post. If that cadre rule provides that for promotion of the prosecuting officer, assistant prosecuting officer to this public prosecutor or to the post of additional public prosecutor. So prosecuting officer means what? A person by whatever name called. Even prosecuting officer you may call, designation may be different. Prosecuting officer means a person by whatever name called, appointed to perform the function of a public prosecutor. Public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, assistant public prosecutor. Any person who is appointed to perform the duties, perform the functions of the public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, assistant public prosecutor, then he will be called as prosecuting officer. Now, a person shall be eligible to be appointed as public prosecutor and additional prosecutor, public prosecutor under subsection 1. Subsection 1 means that is from of subsection 2 or subsection 3 or subsection 6. Only if he has been in practice as an advocate for not less than 7 years. Again, such a provision is there from the cadre also. That is a provision that only a person that is subsection 1, that is High Court or the Sessions this High Court or the State Government. In High Court, public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor are to be appointed by the central government or state government. So in such case, the person who is having bar experience, advocate as an experience for not less than 7 years, he cannot be appointed. The central government or the state government may appoint for the purpose of any case or class of cases a person who has been in practice as an advocate for not less than 10 years as special public prosecutor. Special public prosecutor, the advocate experience is 10 years. For public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor, the experience at the bar is required for 7 years. So now state government or the central government may appoint a particular advocate as special prosecutor. What is special public prosecutor? Suppose a sensational case is there. Suppose a particular case is very sensational. In such case, a particular advocate may be appointed as special public prosecutor. Now, provided that the court may permit the victim to engage an advocate of his choice to assist the prosecution under this subsection. Now, a question will come to your mind whether a victim can appoint somebody as a prosecutor, one advocate to prosecute in the case. Yes, now it has been included by your amendment, provided that the court may permit the victim. Victim has no statutory right, only permission. With permission of the court, the victim can engage an advocate of his choice. What for? To assist the prosecution under this section. Assist the prosecution. But he cannot act independently. Victim's advocate cannot independently act as public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor to conduct a case. But with the permission of the court, victim can engage an advocate. Here no bar experience, minimum bar experience is required. Any advocate to assist, that means to assist the prosecution under this subsection. For the purpose of subsection 7 and subsection 8, what is subsection 7? 7 means a person shall be eligible to appoint a public prosecutor, additional prosecutor, or only for 7 years experience, special public prosecutor 10 years, then bar experience. Whatever experience an advocate has, either as a prosecuting officer or advocate, all such experience will be counted as bar experience. What subsection 9 says? For the purposes of subsection 7 and 8, that is to computing the bar experience of 7 years as per section 7 and 10 years as per subsection 8, the period during which a person has been in practice as a pleader or has rendered, whether before or after the commencement of this court, service as a public prosecutor, practice as a pleader, has rendered any service as a public prosecutor, or as an additional public prosecutor, or assistant public prosecutor, or other prosecuting officer by whatever name called, whatever name that is called, shall be deemed to be the period during which such person has been in practice as an advocate. That means the experience of an officer as an assistant public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor, pleader, or render any service in prosecuting as a prosecuting officer, that will be counted for the purpose of bar experience. Now, let us discuss the provisions of section 25. This is assistant public prosecutor. The state government shall appoint in every district one or more assistant public prosecutor for conducting prosecution in the court of magistrates. What I told earlier, that assistant public prosecutors are appointed to conduct cases in the court of magistrate. The state government may appoint one or more assistant public prosecutors to conduct cases in the court of magistrates. The central government may also appoint one or more assistant public prosecutor for the purpose of any case or class of cases in the court of magistrate. Central government may appoint one or more assistant public prosecutor to conduct a particular case or a class of cases in the court of magistrate. Save as otherwise provided in subsection 3, no police officer shall be eligible to be appointed as an assistant public prosecutor. So previously, some police officers, they are working as assistant public prosecutor. They are conducting prosecution in magistrate courts. Now subsection 2 says, save as otherwise provided a subsection. In subsection 3 says there is some provision, which there is an exception, no police officer will be eligible to be appointed as an assistant public prosecutor. Then, where no assistant public prosecutor is available for the purpose of a particular case. So for conducting prosecution of a particular case, no assistant public prosecutor is available. The district magistrate may appoint any other person, here including a police officer, to be assistant public prosecutor in charge of the case. In charge of the case, provided that a police officer shall not be so appointed if he has taken part in the investigation into the offence with respect to which the accused is being prosecuted, or if he is below the rank of inspector. Now, police officer may be appointed as assistant public prosecutor, where no person, assistant public prosecutor is available to conduct a particular case. In such case, that police officer with the above the rank of inspector, and was not taken any part in investigation of that case, he may be appointed to prosecute the case in a particular case as an assistant public prosecutor before the court of magistrate. Now, section 25A is inserted, that is in the year 2006, that from with effect from 23/6/2006, what it provides? Directorate of Prosecution. This Directorate of Prosecution, previously that was not included in the originally it was not in the Act. Now, in the code, now it has been provided, Directorate of Prosecution. The state government may establish a Directorate of Prosecution consisting of Director of Prosecution and as many Deputy Director of Prosecution as it thinks. How Director of Prosecution will be constituted, conducted? That means for the state government may establish Directorate Prosecution, consisting of Director of Prosecution, and as many Deputy Director of Prosecution as it thinks. So Directorate of Prosecution will be established by the state government, that comprising the Director of Prosecution and Deputy Director of Prosecution, not only one but more than one. What it says? Section 25A, the state government may establish a Directorate of Prosecution. Directorate of Prosecution may be established by the state government, consisting of one Director of Prosecution and as many Deputy Directors of Prosecution as it thinks fit. So a person shall be eligible to be appointed as Director of Prosecution. A person who will be eligible for appointment as Director of Prosecution or Deputy Director of Prosecution only if he has been in practice as an advocate for not less than 10 years. So, and such appointment shall be made with the concurrence of the Chief Justice of the High Court. So, for appointment of a person as Director of Prosecution or Deputy Director of Prosecution, concurrence of the Chief Justice of the High Court is required. So, what it says? No person shall be appointed as a Director of Prosecution or Deputy Director of Prosecution unless he has practiced, he has been in practice as an advocate for not less than 10 years. And such appointment is to be made as per the concurrence of the Chief Justice. The head of the Directorate of Prosecution shall be the Director of Prosecution. Then who will be the head of the Directorate of Prosecution? Directorate of Prosecution will consist of Director of Prosecution and Deputy Director of Prosecution. So who will be the head? Director of Prosecution will be the head of the Directorate of Prosecution. So what? The head of the Directorate of Prosecution shall be the Director of Prosecution, who shall function under the administrative control of the head of the Home Department in the state. So what? Control of the Home Department. Who? The Director of Prosecution will be the head of the Directorate of Prosecution and he will function under the control of the Home Department. So now, every deputy director of prosecution shall be subordinate to the director of prosecution. Now, deputy director who is appointed in the directorate of prosecution, he will be subordinate to the director of prosecution. Now, every public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, and special public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, special public prosecutor, appointed by the state government under subsection 1, or as the case may be subsection 8, special prosecutor of section 21, to conduct cases in the High Court shall be subordinate to the director of prosecution. So that it provides every person who is appointed as public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, special public prosecutor in the High Court shall be subordinate to the director of prosecution. So now, similarly, every public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, and special public prosecutor appointed by the state government under subsection 3, or as the case may be subsection 8 of section 24, to conduct cases in district courts, and every assistant public prosecutor appointed to conduct cases before the magistrate shall be subordinate to the deputy director of prosecution. Deputy director of prosecution. So far as the public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, special public prosecutor who are appointed to conduct cases before the High Court will be subordinate to the director of prosecution. But other public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, special public prosecutor appointed by the state in courts below the High Court will be what? Subordinate to the deputy director of prosecution. The powers and functions of the director of prosecution and the deputy director of prosecution and the areas for which each of deputy director of prosecution have been appointed shall be such as the state government may by notification specify what will be the power, what will be the function of the director of prosecution and the deputy director of prosecution, and the areas for which each of the deputy director of prosecution have been appointed shall be such as the state government may by notification specify. The provisions of this section shall not apply to the Advocate General of the state while performing the function of a public prosecutor. Sometimes Advocate General of a state is required to conduct criminal case before the High Court. In such case, this provision that he will be subordinate to the director of prosecution will not be applicable. Now this is in nutshell the provisions in the CRPC for regarding appointment of public prosecutor, additional public prosecutor, special public prosecutor, assistant public prosecutor, and directorate of prosecution. So now you are complete. Now this chapter 3. What chapter 3 provides? That is power of courts. In next class, we will go to the chapter 3. Thank you all.